In this video, I will cover the Fieldwork iOS mobile app calendar function. When you first log into the Fieldwork mobile app, it brings you to the current day. If you ever want to refresh your screen, it's a pull to refresh action now. So put your fingertip at the top and pull down. It will then show the refresh circle. So I'll do that one more time. I'm actually pulling my fingertip down on the top of the schedule list, and it will refresh. Once that's done refreshing, I'll show you a few other functions. So the calendar view can be expanded by grabbing, it's another pull and drag option, grabbing the bottom of the gray line and expanding that to a full calendar view. If you swipe from right to left, it brings you to the future. If you swipe from left to right, it brings you to the past. The current day will always be a dark gray circle, and the day that you are looking at for the services is red, so I'm going to tap on the 22nd, and so that's the day I'm on. To reduce the calendar size, just swipe your fingertip up, and then it goes back to normal. A few other functions on this page are adding in new work and obviously completing jobs. So I'm going to add in a new job by hitting the plus sign. I tap choose customer. I tap the customer. I can tap the location to see if there's other locations. For this particular one, there is not. And then I have to add myself in as the technician. At that point, just so you can see, you can add in multiple people. For this demo, though, I'm adding one technician and then hitting the save. This PO number is if your customer requires a purchase order or work order number to be associated with the job. By default, the current date and time will populate. You can, though, change that. So if you were scheduling a follow-up to occur in a couple of weeks, I may, instead of picking the 22nd, let's go ahead and let's do May 5th. We'll do Cinco de Mayo and then hit done. There we go. And now I have to tell the system what I'm going for. And if I want to search, let's see, follow-up. Do I have follow-up? No. How about, we'll do bed bug treatment. We'll say 2 of 2. And that by default has a 0 price and it's not taxed, so we'll save that. So I'm scheduling the second of 2 bed bug treatments, and I'll just say follow up bed bug. And then I'll save. So again, I'm adding in a job for May 5th on my calendar and save. So that's how you can add in future work, but also add in jobs for the current day as well. Now, in order to complete work, I tap the job that I'm completing, and I'm presented with service instructions and or location notes. Hit OK after you've read those. Start your job by tapping in the red square. It will create the current time. If that time is not accurate, let's say you started the job a little while ago but forgot to open up the app, tap that one more time. It displays this and change the time back to where you started and hit done. So you can manipulate that time by tapping it twice. If you need more information, like work order history, contact information, the More button will give you that information. To return to the work order details, hit the red back arrow. Driving directions are here. To see what you're at the job to do, tap the invoice name, so not the add button, but the name invoice. And from here you will be able to see all of your line items. You can pay now or add more line items. At this level, you will also be able to edit this line by tapping it, changing the quantity or the price, marking it taxable, and saving. So as you can see, the changes are dynamic, updating the tax amount and any other information that I put in. When I want to pay this invoice, tap the red Pay Now. The system will show you if there is a credit card on file. You can choose a different payment method. If there is a card on file, you do have to select it. When I charge the card on file, it will automatically charge once I actually save the job. If I need to scan a new card, I can tap the Scan New Card and use the card scanner to then add in a brand new card. I'm going to save the card on file payment, and you'll notice that it says now paid. To review the service instructions a second time, I can open up that service instructions by tapping the words Service Instructions. Same for PDF forms. If I needed to complete this PDF contract or the PDF pest control contract, I can tap that and complete it. To enter in report findings or private notes that return back to the office, I touch the screen, use the keyboard or the voice dictation to enter in notes. Adding in recommendations and conditions can be done so here. When I tap on recommendations, it expands the list, and adding here, I can add in what I need and hit save. Same list in conditions, it works the same way. Under my material use, I had set this work order up with a work order template, so a few chemicals have already been added in. If I am not going to use Max Force, I can swipe from right to left, hit the red delete button, and then if I am using the Advion gel bait, I tap that, put in how much I used, what device, we'll use bait gun, and method. I can put in target pests and locations. Let's see, finding it in my list is sometimes difficult. There we go. And save. And once that's done, I hit the red save button. So going into Phantom, actually I'm not going to use Phantom, we'll go ahead and delete this. Now if I needed to add in a new chemical, I can do so right from this screen. I just enter in all of my information here. And again, my target pest list has a lot of test data in it, so it can be sometimes difficult to find my pests without using the search, and the locations are, though, a little bit faster. All right, so I have all of my chemical use listed. At this point, I can take photos, so I'll add a new photo. I can pick an existing photo or take a new one. We'll just snap a photo of my screen. And I have the ability to add up to 10 photos for each job. I can scan barcodes to record data for pest trend analysis under devices, and I also can add in signatures, both customer and technician. So In review, I will go through adding and scanning barcodes in another video, and also the PDF forms in another video. But to review how to complete the job, when you tap on the long gray bar, it expands each list, and you can review and edit. When you tap on the small add darker gray square or rectangle, that will add anything new to that list. Once you're complete, you can tap Save. Save and exit will not change the status of the service. It won't generate an invoice. It just saves the data and lets you return to it later to complete. Complete and exit finishes the job, generates an invoice, and automatically emails any customers the proper documents. Complete and print will allow you to use your mobile printer and print out the document. Complete and email will allow you to email someone outside of their customer list. Let's say you never received an email from the customer, but right now they are giving you an address to send the document to. That will allow you to execute that email right then and there. And then preview will allow you to review the actual document prior to printing, emailing, or anything. As you can see here, it gives you a PDF version of the ticket, photos, anything else that you have. So for this job, I'm going to save and complete and exit. And now once it's complete, my job turns green on my calendar.